There is a strange phenomenon happening in the automotive world right now. For over 50 years, if you wanted a true grand tourer, a car capable of crossing continents in absolute comfort while possessing the dynamic abilities of a sports car, you looked to Stuttgart, Munich, or perhaps Maranello. You accepted the compromises, heavy V8 engines, massive transmission tunnels, and eye-watering fuel bills. But there is a silent shift occurring, and it is shrouded in a very particular type of engineering secrecy. The vehicle you are looking at is the BYD Denza Z9 GT. On the surface, it is a striking 5.2-meter-long shooting brake with proportions that seem to mock the Porsche Panamera. But the real story is not in the paintwork or the badge. The real story is what is happening beneath the floorboards. There is a technological anomaly hidden within its chassis, a mechanical paradox that allows a car weighing nearly 2.9 tons to dance on the tarmac like a lightweight track weapon. Today, we are not just looking at a new car. We are opening up the blueprints of the Yi Sanfang architecture to uncover exactly how this machine is quietly rewriting the rules of physics and why the traditional establishment might just be staring at their own obsolescence. To understand the Z9 GT, you first have to unlearn everything you know about traditional all-wheel drive. For decades, the pursuit of grip meant mechanical linkages, differentials, prop shafts, and complex viscous couplings. Even in the electric era, standard dual-motor setups are inherently limited because they drive a solid axle. The Denza Z9 GT throws that entire rulebook out of the window with a highly secretive, independent tri-motor powertrain. Let us look at the mathematics of this architecture. At the front, we have a 230 kilowatt synchronous motor, but the rear is where the true engineering witchcraft happens. Instead of one large motor, BYD engineers package two completely independent 240 kilowatt asynchronous motors, one for each rear wheel. The combined output is a staggering 710 kilowatts, translating to nearly 1,000 brake horsepower. But raw power is cheap nowadays. What is not cheap, and what is incredibly difficult to engineer, is absolute mechanical decoupling. Because there is no physical connection between the left and right rear wheels, the vehicle's central processor can command maximum positive torque to the outside wheel, while simultaneously applying negative torque or regenerative braking to the inside wheel. This generates a massive artificial yaw moment. It physically forces the chassis to rotate around its own center of gravity, completely bypassing the natural understeer you would expect from a vehicle of this size. It is torque, vectoring completely unbound by mechanical limitations. But immense power and vectoring are not enough to hide a 3-meter wheelbase when you are developing a car for the tight streets of European capitals or the sweeping coastal roads of Australia. Agility is paramount. This is where the Z9 GT introduces a piece of hardware that is rarely seen outside of extreme concept cars. A bidirectional, high-angle independent rear-wheel steering system. Traditional rear steer systems max out at around 3 to 5 degrees, just enough to help with a parking maneuver. The Z9 GT's actuators allow for up to 20 degrees of articulation. But the genius is in the independence. By pairing this steering angle with the dual rear motors, the car can perform what engineers call a compass turn, anchoring one wheel and driving the other to pivot the massive chassis in a turning circle of just 4.62 meters. Yet, the high-speed application is even more fascinating. Imagine cruising at 80 miles per hour on an American interstate. When you execute an evasive lane change, the rear wheels steer in parallel with the front. The car does not yaw. It translates diagonally, completely eliminating the pendulum effect of the heavy rear mass. The software calculating this geometry is operating at a frequency of 1000 Hz. Every millisecond, the car is recalculating its slip angle, making microscopic adjustments to the steering rack before the driver's brain even registers a loss of traction. While the underlying mathematics are brutal, the physical execution of the Z9 GT is an exercise in absolute elegance. We must pause to appreciate exactly what the designers have achieved here. Because this is not just a battery on wheels. It is a genuine object of desire. The silhouette is a pure shooting brake, a design historically reserved for European aristocrats. The roofline slopes aggressively, tapering into a wide, muscular haunch that gives the car a predatory stance even when parked, but form here is strictly dictated by aerodynamic function. Notice the flush door handles, the camera-based side mirrors reducing frontal drag, and the active rear spoiler that deploys precisely when the aerodynamic load demands it. Up front, the dual-tier LED lighting signature is integrated directly into air curtains that channel turbulent air away from the front wheels, creating a high-pressure zone that glues the nose to the road. This is what makes the car so compelling for the international market. It does not shout about its performance with aggressive scoops and vents. It relies on a slippery drag coefficient and a wide track to command respect. It is a masterclass in understated aggression, proving that aerodynamic efficiency does not have to result in a faceless, jelly bean silhouette. None of this dynamic capability, the extreme cornering forces, the instantaneous torque delivery, would be possible if the chassis behaved like a wet sponge. Torsional rigidity is the silent metric that defines a true luxury car. The stiffer the chassis, the better the suspension can isolate the cabin from the road. The Denza Z9 GT achieves supercar levels of rigidity through cell-to-body or CTB integration. Historically, a battery pack was essentially a heavy suitcase bolted underneath a car. In the Z9 GT, the top structural cover of the blade battery pack actually forms the floor of the passenger cabin. The ultra-strong aluminum honeycomb structure of the battery casing acts as a fully stressed member of the vehicle's space frame. When you throw this 2.9-ton machine into a hairpin bend, the structural forces are distributed directly through the battery housing itself. This lack of chassis flex means the intelligent air suspension and the continuous damping control system can operate with perfect mathematical precision. The dampers do not have to guess or compensate for the chassis twisting. They simply read the road and react. This is how you deliver a ride quality that feels like floating on glass, whilst maintaining the body control of a sports saloon. When you open the doors, which are, of course, electronically actuated and soft closing, you are met with an environment that feels less like a traditional car interior and more like the first-class lounge of a private jet, completely digitized. The craftsmanship is meticulous. We are talking about vast expanses of Napa leather, open-pore wood, and crystal-cut switchgear. But it is the integration of technology that sets a new benchmark. The dashboard is dominated by a sweeping multi-screen array, but it is not just for show. It is powered by a custom silicon chip capable of processing vast amounts of telemetry and entertainment data simultaneously. For the passengers, the comfort is almost excessive. There are dual intelligent refrigerators, one for the front, one for the rear, capable of extreme cooling and heating. The seats offer multi-zone massage, zero-gravity reclining, and active bolstering that holds you in place when the G-forces build up. And the acoustics. The cabin is heavily insulated with double-glazed acoustic glass, creating a dead silent vault. This silence acts as the perfect canvas for the Devialet bespoke audio system, transforming the interior into an acoustically perfect concert hall. It is a profound statement on how luxury is evolving. No longer just about leather and wood, but about processing power, thermal comfort, and acoustic isolation. Ultimately, a grand tourer must be able to tour. It must survive the searing heat of the Australian outback, the freezing winters of the Canadian Rockies, and the sustained high-speed demands of the German Autobahn. To achieve this, the Z9 GT employs a thermal management system that borders on the industrial, operating on an advanced 800-volt architecture. It utilizes silicon carbide SiC inverters. These inverters can handle significantly higher frequencies and temperatures than traditional silicon, drastically reducing energy loss during power conversion. A highly efficient heat pump scavenges waste heat from the 3 motors and the battery pack, redirecting it to warm the cabin or condition the battery chemistry for optimal charging. This means the Z9 GT can sustain its massive power output for extended periods without the battery management system stepping in to cut power due to thermal throttling. It can cruise at high velocity, charge at ultra-rapid rates, and repeat the process relentlessly. The Denza Z9 GT is not merely a new model. It is a declaration of intent. It poses a very uncomfortable question to the established giants of the automotive world when a vehicle combines this level of algorithmic handling, structural rigidity, and opulent luxury. The mystery is no longer how they built it. The mystery is how long the rest of the world has left to catch up.